This is Here We Go Sports, and I want to do a quick check-in. I haven't done any videos, but I really wanted to do this. Start with Indiana. We're going to end with the Colts' game last week. They have a bye week this week. Hopefully they can get everybody healthy and on the field. But let's get to this.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind.
All right, first off, Indiana basketball. This is killing me. I have never seen an Indiana basketball team not know how to play defense. Nobody on that court knows how to play defense. It's ridiculous. We've almost lost against two teams in which we should not have an issue with. The two teams we play are exhibition teams to basically warm us up for the season. And yet we can't put them away. I mean, we win, but I mean, the way we win, is it really showing anything? I tell you what's showing. It's showing that we can't play for shit. We don't know how to play defense. And since when has any Indiana team ever not known how to play defense? Indiana's known for their defense, their rotation, their shooting, and nothing. We're getting squat. We're not playing as a team. We're not rotating. It doesn't look like we're gelling at all. And I don't know if it's because everybody's new and just trying to kind of learn how to form around each other, because that's exactly what needs to happen. You need, 5 people, and you need them to be able to meld together. They need to almost be able to think as one. If one person moves a certain way, the person with the ball knows where they're going and knows whether or not they're going to be open. And then on defense, it's the same way. It's kind of like, not having a product fully developed, but selling it. So let's say it's a car, okay? This car drives great, straight, goes fast down the straightaway and everything. But you come around a corner, you go hit the brakes, you have none. How are you going to sell that product? Colts are another story, all right? Because Colts offense is basically in that situation. But Indiana has got to learn how to play defense. Colts got to learn how to play offense. Man, they're killing me. Indiana has got to do. Bob Knight passing away brought up a lot of memories for a lot of people. When Bob Knight passed away, it was a hit to every Indiana fan out there. And I grew up to Bob Knight being the IU coach. Okay. He was an excellent IU coach. He got everybody to actually work together to become that one. 5 people thinking as one person. That he got that on the court. And he did not have great players. He had a lot of great shooters, but great players overall, he had only a few in between. That's it. He didn't have a whole lot. But they knew how to play as a team. And that includes defense, something we are not seeing. So we have got to get, as the Indiana basketball team, as the Indiana organization, they need to start looking at this situation and not being able to play as a team and fixing the problem. If that means, unfortunately, next year we're not going to have some players because they don't know how to play as a team, then they don't know how to play as a team, and we need to do something about it. I mean, I know that I'm not the coach, okay? I'm not inside the building organization, nothing. But as a fan, it's very disappointing to see Indiana basketball play the way they're playing. And that's very unfortunate, especially at the time where you would think that with Bob Knight passing and stuff, you'd almost want to put an emphasis on that. Whether or not you were a Bob Knight fan, Bob Knight knew how to coach. I mean, he left Indiana, went to a Texas team that could not play dead or alive. They played dead. And they they were contenders. They quit being pretenders. They were contenders. So Bob Knight knew what he was doing. And, he lost his temper because he put so much effort and involving himself so much into the game that it was very upsetting to him to see things not go the way that he planned them to go. And it's another reason why he got really mad at the referees. Everything he did was for a reason. You could see it in his coaching ability, see it on the play. That you see it in the play of the players that's on the court. You see it actually on the bench. So everybody that knew Bob Knight, one way or another, even if it was just a fan, could see just how much of an impact he had on his team. And after he was let go, which not saying they didn't have a legit reason to let him go, but really it should have been more of a suspension. Bob Knight had quite a few years left in him, and I think it would have done a lot for Indiana basketball if we would have kept him. But it didn't turn out that way. But yeah, we got to start playing more like Indiana basketball and less like a thrown together team, which is what it seems to be. So hopefully, it's only 2 games in the season. Hopefully, we start playing better and better as a team, because right now, I don't see how we're going to even come close to winning the Big Ten, let alone making the tourney. So hopefully that turns around. And now, the Indianapolis Colts last week, we pulled off a win in Germany, and our defense played pretty well. Outside of, do we know how to stop the run? Because if New England decided just to run the ball the entire game, they would have won. And I get it. We don't really blitz that much, but I mean, when it needs to happen, it needs to happen. And I mean, 4 people up front cannot hold the offensive line from making holes for the running back. He's going to get 4, maybe 8 yards if he runs good enough. If he hits that hole fast enough, gets the right block, he might go for 20. If they're going to run the ball, we have to learn, or we need to figure out a way to stop the run and still play the defense that we want to play. I feel like our defense is good, especially at the front, but we have to figure out a way, because they expose our weakness. We're going to get ran on a lot, and I'm hoping that they account for that. So next week we can actually address it during our off week. So anyhow, my look on more of Indiana, less of the Colts. I'm really hoping that the Colts figure out the running game, but Indiana, God bless, please, if there's any of the teammates watching this, which I seriously doubt there is, I'm hoping they're practicing, but play as a team. If you have to go out, shoot some pool, start really gelling together, figuring out a way to communicate on the court, let's do it. Because there's potential, but it does not look pretty right now. So, anyhow, leave your comments, tell me what you think. But for right now, I'm out.